Good morning, Post Time fans. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Heather Vitale. When it comes to being a great mom, there are several qualities that are important, like love and patience, being nurturing, respectful, and supportive, but also strong and showing authority. And if you're a horse lover, you know those same qualities come into play when you're a mom to a beautiful 1,000-pound four-legged kid. We sat down with trainer Nicky Ratledge, who told us about the National Standardbred Horse Show. This extraordinary competition is a great way for harness horses to show off their new talents and a great way for the humans in their life to display their passion and love for their horses and this incredible breed.
It's something for the horses, like, hey, look, we took this horse and gave him a new home and taught him to ride. And because a lot of horse shows, the standardbreds do not get a lot of recognition. And we're trying to show that the standardbred deserves a second life. We want to show that they can do the English, the Western pleasure, the games that are Western, the driving, dressage, and they started the ranch riding, which is another Western, lead line for the little kids, youth classes. It's huge. If you ever have time to go up in the summer to New Jersey at the horse park, it's just a big show and it's all standardbreds. And it's really neat to actually go to. The first year I went, I was like, wow, this is a really cool horse show just for standardbreds. And if you're really into the standardbreds, it's really appreciated.
While the Standardbred Pleasure Horse Organization of New Jersey hosts the event at the Horse Park of New Jersey in Allentown, there are representatives from many other states joining in the festivities, including Ohio, Vermont, Connecticut, Maryland, just to name a few. Oh, and let's not forget about Delaware. 4 First State ladies and their retired racers represented Delaware in a fantastic way at this past National Standardbred Horse Show, and we couldn't be more proud of them. Michaela Schock received the All-Around Equestrian Award with her horses Crosby, Lightning Moon, and Rocka Baby. Sabina Carbaugh and her equine Hail to the Master were honored with the Sportsmanship Award. Sasha Macholsky and her retiree, Highway Marcus, took home the Best Turnout Award. And Nicky Ratledge and Keystone Sable received the Never Give Up Award.
I own Keystone Sable, and she raced in Delaware from the time that she was, I want to say 4 till she was 8. And I owned her. But first I didn't, I groomed her. And then Patty and I claimed her. After she got claimed off of us, we went back and claimed her, and I was miserable. I hated her. But we bonded, and then I kept going with her, and she just had something about her that I took, from her, that we connected, that we just had this connection. And I decided, I never got a riding horse when I was a little kid. My parents never bought me a riding horse. So I decided she was going to be my first riding horse. I was going to give her a life after racing. And I worked very hard the last 11 years on her. And this year, I recently, back in May 15th, I broke my ankle in 2 different places, riding. But I didn't fall off. I jumped off and landed in a hole and broke my ankle. I decided to still work and still ride my horse because they thought it was healed, and come to find out it was the second one. And I said, I'm going to nationals. And I went. I fell off twice because with a broken ankle you have not as good balance, and my horse is wild, obviously. And we went out and we did win the open barrel race for Sam McKee, in memory of Sam McKee. And I won the Never Give Up Award. I fell off running barrels and I fell off in a jump class. And I wasn't embarrassed about it. And I didn't cry and I didn't like make it a big deal. And I received the Never Give Up award. And it was actually really cool because I've never won an award with Sable and I never won a big class like that. So 2 things in one show was really memorable. And then it was pretty neat. We had 3 other girls, Michaela, Sasha, and Sabina all went to the show, and they all received big awards as well. And for little Delaware to come into New Jersey and represent, I think we did pretty darn good with our retired standardbreds.
We definitely agree with you, Nikki. And the National Standardbred Horse Show has definitely been a wonderful way of bringing visibility to just how many different talents beyond the racetrack that our breed is capable of.
I think the reason why they're really versatile is because they just have a good head on their shoulders. They have a really good temperament. Some of them, I should say. I have a wild one, but she's still an amazing horse, and every challenge I've put her through, she has shown that I can do anything with her. Every time I decide to try something new, she just goes out and does it. She doesn't fight it. She doesn't say, like give you a hard time. She just goes out and wants to please. She might be crazy and she might kick and she might be fast, but she goes out and she just wants to do it. And I think the standardbred, because of racing, they have the heart to go, and so that gives them the heart to keep going.
If you're interested in more information about the National Standardbred Horse Show, either to compete or to just come as a spectator and fan to see our beautiful breed show their skills, we encourage you to check out the Standardbred Pleasure Horse Organization of New Jersey at sphonj.org.